Alright, so this is going to be video 5 for the final sprint for Mecanum engine. Okay, so we're going to be going over the alarm system and the keyboard input system. So this is the diagram of the overall system here, more specifically the alarmable manager. So this is holding a multi-map of a float and an alarmable pointer here, which is actually going to be controlling when these alarms are called based on the float value, which is actually time in seconds. So obviously we've got our deregistration and registration commands inheriting from command base as always, and this registration data, which is holding the current registration state. That's the most important thing, and obviously a quick deletion reference. Okay, so let's go through and actually look at alarmable. So if we go into alarmable.h, we have our registration states here. All 4 of our alarms that are offered to our users. Let's see, got our registration data here. So obviously this is very important when creating multiple commands such as this. So we've got 4 alarms that are being controlled here. So that means we need to create 8 registration and registration deregistration commands here for each respective alarm. Then we go through and actually go through the whole registration command song and dance here with each one based on the ID. And regrettably, I couldn't get rid of this switch statement. I think it's the only switch statement in my entire engine. But yeah, I just kind of ran out of time, didn't get to actually optimize this away. So it's setting the correct ID to currently deregistered, and then triggering the actual alarm. Okay, let's see what we got here. Class diagram. Yeah, so this is using, what are we using here? Go to alarmable manager. So we're using a pair and a multi-map actually. So the multi-map is just to control the actual time that the alarm is called based on the time that we get from the time manager, and then the pair is checking the ID to call the correct alarm within the alarmable. So yeah, this alarm event is needed in this multi-map because we need to actually like go through and have all 3 of these things. Okay, so alright, I think that's about it for alarmable. So we're executing at this time based on the ID. Okay, here we go. So alarmable manager, we're gonna go ahead and trigger the alarm, and we're using the multi-map setup with the pair to go through and trigger the correct one at the correct time. So if you need a demonstration of this, and yeah, this destructor is being called. If I set a breakpoint here in between scenes, we are actually getting rid of this if I swap the scene. So continue, and now we're in the next scene. I'm just not actually calling anything in the destructor because for the most part the alarmable commands kind of manage themselves. Let's see. Alright, if you need a demonstration of this, if we go into the user code and look at bullets, we're going to be taking a look at good bullets. So we have multiple alarms implemented here. So you should see in the output good bullet fired, and then we're just going to call scene exit on that, which will actually send it back to the bullet factory here. So it's recalling the bullet and doing all of that good stuff. I didn't get to go over that, so let's just jump into the good bullet factory here. So just like in the olden days of Centipede, we're going through and recycling bullets for the good of the planet to save the trees. But yeah, this is essentially set up just like any other factory was in Centipede. Um, yeah, and then we delete them when the factory is deleted. So, let's see. Alright, get into our follow cam here. Alright, shoot the bullet. Then we're going to call our first alarm, continue, and submit exit. So, yeah, that's 1 second and then 2 seconds. So, you see that in real time. Good bullet fired. There we go. Cool. Alright, so that should be it for alarms. And I guess keyboard